Good morning, students. The next topic is ray optics. So, under this ray optics, so what do you mean by ray? Means it indicates the direction of light. Okay, in which direction the light is traveling. That is meant by ray. So, it is divided into two types. One is meridional ray and other one is the skew rays. Meridional ray is divided into two types. One is bounded rays and other one is the unbounded rays. So, we can see one by one. So what do you mean by meridional ray? Means the meridional ray passes through the core axis. So what do you mean by core axis? The center axis of the core region. Okay, so the center region of the core is known as the core axis. So this meridional ray only pass through the core axis. But in skew rays, it does not pass through the fiber axis or core axis. Okay, it travels in a helical path. So meridional ray means it travels along the core axis. So skew rays means it does not travel through the fiber axis. Okay, so meridional ray is divided into bounded rays and unbounded rays. So this meridional ray is divided into two types. One is bounded ray and other one is the unbounded ray. What do you mean by bounded rays? Means it travels along the core axis. Unbounded rays means it travels or refracted out of the core axis. It come out of the core. So next is the skew rays. So what is skew rays? The skew rays are transmitted, that is it travels in the helical path, that without passing through the fiber axis. Okay, so without passing through the fiber axis, it travels in a helical path. So now coming to the derivation part. So the center axis is the core axis, correct? So now we are using the Snell's law. According to the Snell's law, what is the equation? N0 sin phi naught equal to N1 sin phi 1. Okay. So already we have seen this in the acceptance angle. So in acceptance angle derivation, the refractive index of the air is N0 and in air outside the angle here is phi naught. So we have represented as N0 sin phi naught. Okay, so please go through that acceptance angle derivation, then only you can understand this. Okay, so next in the other side N1 is the refractive index of the core. So according to this, here the angle is phi 1. So we have represented as N1 sin phi 1. So take a right angle triangle from the diagram. So see the diagram. So the rays are traveling. So you can take that right angle portion from the diagram, and from that you can say the hypotenuse side is the cos gamma and the opposite side is cos phi, and you want to calculate the theta angle. Okay. So what is sin theta opposite side by hypotenuse? That is cos phi by cos gamma. So listen, we have considered the right angle triangle. There is from the skew ray diagram. Okay, that is the waves are traveling in a helical path in core axis. So from this we have taken one right angle section. So here this angle is theta and the opposite side is cos phi and the hypotenuse side is cos gamma. Okay, so now in order to calculate sin theta, what is the value of sin theta? Sin theta is equal to opposite side by hypotenuse. Okay, so here opposite side is cos phi and hypotenuse side is cos gamma. So now there in previously we have write the equation as N0 sin theta A is equal to, so this theta is acceptance angle, that we have calculated the phi naught as theta A. Okay, this is equal to N1 cos. So that is in the place of sin theta we are substituting, that is in the previous equation, that is cos phi equal to sin theta cos gamma. Okay, cos gamma. So take this as equation number 3 and you want to substitute this, take this as the equation number 2 and substitute this equation 2 in equation 1. So what is equation 1? N0 sin theta naught. So what is equation 1? N0 sin theta A is equal to N1 sin theta 1. Okay, so here in the place of sin theta we have substitute this value cos phi by, so what is phi c? It is the critical angle, cos phi c by cos gamma. Okay, so from this equation, that is take this as equation number 2, from this equation you can calculate the value of cos phi. So what is the value of cos phi? Sin theta equal to cos gamma. So take this as equation number 3. Squared phi c equal to 1. Okay, so what is the value of cos phi c? That is equal to root of 1 minus sin squared phi c. Okay, so take this as equation number 4. So now from this, what is phi c? Phi c equal to sin inverse. So what is the critical angle formula? What is the critical angle formula? Phi c equal to sine inverse n2 by n1. Can you remember this? The critical angle formula phi c is sine inverse n2 by n1. So now what is sine phi c? Sine phi c value is n2 by n1. So take this as equation number 5. So now substitute equation 5 in equation 4. So what is the value got? Cos phi c equal to root of 1 minus n2 squared by n1 squared. Okay, so this is equation number 6. So now substitute this equation, sixth equation, in equation number 2. What is equation number 2 for us? That is sine theta is equal to cos phi by cos gamma, correct? Okay, so sine theta is represented as theta A. Okay, that is the acceptance angle. Phi is represented as phi c. So now we got cos phi c equal to root of 1 minus n2 squared by n1 squared. Okay. So we know previously there is one equation, that is n0 sin theta A is equal to n1 cos phi c by cos gamma. So now substitute this cos phi c value here. Okay. So in air, the refractive index of the air equal to 1. So n0 value is equal to 1 sin theta A, and n1 sin theta A, n1 cos phi c by cos gamma. Okay. n1 cos phi c by cos gamma. So now n1 by cos gamma, substitute the value of cos phi c here. So what is the value? Root of 1 minus n2 squared by n1 squared. Okay. So take this as equation number 7. So now n1 by cos gamma into root of, so take LCM, n1 squared minus n2 squared by n1 squared. So now take this n1 outside. So when you take from the root, it become n1 cos gamma root of n1 squared minus n2 squared. Okay. So now this n1 get cancelled. So it become 1 by cos gamma root of n1 squared minus n2 squared. So sin theta A cos gamma equal to root of n1 squared minus n2 squared. Okay. So this is the Skew Ray equation. So sin theta A cos gamma equal to root of n1 squared. Okay, n1 squared minus n2 squared. So this n1 squared minus n2 squared can be represented. It is a numerical aperture. It can also be represented with another value, that is n1 into root of 2 del. So this is the Skew Ray's equation. n1 squared minus n2 squared is equal to numerical aperture. Thank you.